Alright, if you see a problem that looks like this on the test, I'll have to admit it's kind of tricky. But I'm going to give you some tips, and if you can get it, great, and if you can't, skip over it. One other suggestion I have for you is that if you try to get an answer and you get it wrong, take a look at the hint, and it'll step you through step by step to show you what needed to be done. I don't know that you can do much about it, but then just click and go on to the next. It'll always give you the option of skipping it for now. Anyways, let's go ahead and try to do this problem. So we see that p equals x squared minus 7, and we want to rearrange this equation so it looks like one of these. The good news is it's just multiple choice. The only problem is it's not clear which one of these is going to be the one. Now, part of the problem is do we, well, don't fall for this. We know that if we take and subtract 5 from both sides, we'll get a 23 there, but that doesn't mean that B is the best answer. And also, just because there's a 5 there and a 5 there there's a 5 there doesn't mean that those are the best answers. Let's actually try to do some math. X squared minus 7 is p. Here's x squared minus 7. Let me show you the trick here. In this problem, we see negative 4x squared plus 28. And it turns out that looks a little bit like x squared minus 7. If we just did this, if we took negative 4x squared plus 28, if we factored something out of that, we could take maybe like a 4 out of that, and we get negative x squared plus 7. And that's beginning to look a little bit like this. If we could just factor a negative 1 out, we get negative 4 times x squared minus 7. And if some of you are in disbelief how this could be the same as this, just distribute. Just multiply negative 4 times that and multiply negative 4 times that. And if we do, we get negative 4x squared plus 28. So, the cool thing here is that if we have this and this, then we can go ahead and create an equation. So x squared minus 7 is p, and we got to square it, so that'll be p squared. And then x squared minus 7 is p, so it's negative 4p minus 4p. And then that's plus 28 equals 5. Subtract 5 from both sides, and we get p squared minus 4p minus plus 23 equals 0. And that sure enough looks like this problem right here. Okay, complicated, but with the trick, maybe it's possible you could do it. I think it's most likely that if you see a problem like this, you'll skip over it. But if you can do it, please do. Okay. Made a little mistake here. I forgot that when I wrote this is negative 4p, and it includes the 28. In other words, all of this is negative 4p, including the 28. So there is no plus 28, so it's all this. So the correct answer is going to be p squared minus 4p minus 5 equals 0, which is not B. It looks like it should be C. Just wanted to show you folks that it's okay to make mistakes when we're practicing. So let's practice, practice, practice until we get this right.